There's a train coming. Hey. I really like this song. Okay, it's okay. Me, greatly was influenced by so many Mountzion films. Like, so many Mountzion films. I watched it a whole lot. I think I watched every film they brought out up until maybe 2013. Maybe when I got in uni, that's when I really wasn't at home, so I couldn't watch on weekend. My father makes me watch every damn thing that came out, every single thing. I think that's one of the things that made me like watching movies in general, because I used to watch movies and I used to be scared at some point. I'm like, I don't want to watch this part, I don't want to watch. Even when you watch it and you watch it on the CD, the DVD, VCD that my daddy buys, they will not still show it on Galaxy or something. You will not still sit down and watch it. Like, it's done, you must watch it. So I really liked watching Mountzion films when I was I like Mike Bamiloye because in my head he looks like my dad. In my head, somewhere in my head, he looks like my father. So I feel like, and both of them bear the same name, both of them are Mike. So in my head, so it made me like watching the man and stuff like that. So Mike Bamiloye, The Train, is what we're going to talk about today. Alright, so I'm sure every single person watched a movie or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 movies from Mountzion growing up. There's no how you did not watch one of these movies growing up. Everybody watched one movie or the other from this Mountzion ministry. We know them. We know Doyin Hassan, that's the Iguala guy that everybody's usually scared of. We know Mike Bamiloye himself. We know Gloria Bamiloye. We know Shola Michael Bola. There's Israel Adewale, Yemi Adepoju, Elvon Jarrett. I mean, it's a whole lot of them. I really enjoyed watching these people growing up, and I'm sure everybody watched movies. I remember these movies. I remember it very well because I was trying to think of movies I've seen or I've watched, and I even started remembering the song. If you watch Akpotieri, you know what I mean about that. If you for me, Akpotieri, if what blood on the altar, you can hide from God. For he knows all things. Then which other movie is there? Then there's the movie that has Ayamatanga. I'm sure if you've not seen anything, you've seen the Ayamatanga movie. You've seen it. There's no how you've not seen Ayamatanga. You are Jomi. That's what I watched maybe when I was like almost entering uni or something like that. Maybe I can't remember when, because it was about uni guys and uni school and this kind of people. Fatal Exchange. Fatal Exchange is one that I really liked, of Solo P. Solo P really sang one song that everybody likes. I choose to call you Father. I choose to call you Father. I choose to call you Father. That's who you are to me. The Gods Are Dead, Hellraiser, Prodigal Ones, Broken Picture, Captives of the Mighty, There's Something, See Something, Captives of the Mighty, There's Something, Something. A lot of Mountzion films when I was growing up. I mean, I watched a whole freaking lot. Say a whole lot I watched growing up. So this film I'm about to talk about is The Train. It was written and shot by his children, and I mean, Joshua and Damilola, Mike Bamiloye, are like major people that came together. It's just his children that did it. They're in the industry, they're in the ministry together. So I feel like they try to the Train, what they are trying to do is to tell us the life of this man. I mean, he's a legend in the industry. There's no how you did not watch him growing up. You're a Nigerian kid or you grew up in Nigeria. There's no how you did not watch one film. Even if your father did not play it for you, Christian or Muslim, your neighbor did have been watching it in the house when you went to visit them or something, or maybe when you're passing by where there's home theater where they're selling movies, you have seen one movie or the other. So there's no how you don't know who this man is, because he's a blonde guy. He's a blonde guy. Let's not lie, because he's blonde. So yeah, we're going to talk about The Train. The Train is a movie that they made to show how he grew up, his journey so far. Number one, the casting was fine for me. At some point, I wasn't feeling the guy that was acting as Mike Bamiloye, maybe because I really like the man himself and I like the way he acts. So I was looking for someone that was actually going to put in all of those things. And the guy that actually did it looks like him. But the girl that did Gloria Bamiloye, oh damn it, she looks like Gloria Bamiloye. She looks like her. I'm not gonna lie. Aside from the fact that maybe Gloria does not have much of dimples that the girl has. But yeah, but they look alike, and she sounds like the way Gloria Bamiloye would have sounded when she was young. But the casting was nice. For even some of the other parts of the people, some of the other people that they tried to cast concerning people that grew up with them in the ministry. I mean, there's some faces I could place that, oh, I can guess that this person is this person, this person is this person. Do you get? Because I watched a lot of those movies growing up. Then it was about his growing up as a child. Like, I mean, he was so stubborn as he was a naughty kid. Because when he was stealing and doing all those things, at first I'm like, how did they know it was the one? Because they didn't show us how he was getting caught. People just see him, maybe somebody sees that their phone is missing and they see him passing and they blame him and they accuse him and the boy confesses and he was.
Aye, left for you. Yeah, for my say to the ito. Where are you, Bob? Alara. Huh? Memory.
But still, his mom died when he was growing up, so his sister had to go to work, so she had to leave him in the hands of a family friend. I mean, the woman wasn't treating him badly, so I don't know why he decided to start stealing from her and start doing several things. The funniest part of his childhood for me was when they went to a priest, and the priest told them that anything the boy asks for, they should give him. And of all things in the world to ask for, he asked for blum blum. Blum blum.
Carry your coffee. We see me.
Bolo bolo.
Huh?
Bolo bolo.
Blum blum. Mr. Mike, what was going on in your head that time? Blum blum. I'm like, you didn't even ask for like chicken. I mean, what kids would have asked for? What I mean, children would have liked blum blum, and it was village that time. Maybe blum blum was a thing of fascination for them in that period of time of their lives. Maybe just one light and stuff. Is that movie that they were saying Shawuru that made him blow? I mean, that's the movie that made everybody start knowing who he was, and people were. I watched Akbaranla. I actually watched, because when they were showing this thing, I'm like, flashbacks. I'm like, this is my childhood over here. It gave me so much throwback memories. I mean, like, this movie gave me a whole lot of throwback memories, and I'm surely going to do a throwback video for movies or series that I watched growing up, because watching this movie gave me so much, like, it made me look up for my dad. I'm like, Daddy, wait, can you remember this guy? I mean, like, it's so much joy. I'm sure my family is so happy and so excited that his kids can pull this off. There's no how they would have given us the whole details of the whole thing, because the movie was like 2 hours 44 minutes. It was divided into 7 parts, like 7 different parts of his life. The Yaileni, when he heard he knows my name, when he met Gloria. Enjoyed watching this movie because I really liked watching my family, and when I heard that the movie was about him, I'm like, oh, Dev's going to watch it. Dev's going to talk about it. The setting of the film was great. The setting was good. It took us back, like the jackets that we were wearing, all those gowns, even wedding gown that they tried to replicate a whole lot of things and they did it well. Because I remember my father owning suits like that. Jesus Christ. Oh damn it. Times have passed, and I mean, I'm sort of excited to have watched his movies in the past time and watch what it is now. I've not seen any movie recently, so I stand to be corrected, but I feel like with what I've seen so far, with what I see my dad watching and stuff on TV and Dove TV and co, I feel like the only problem I have with these people's films is the cinematography hasn't really much improved. I mean, they're new hands, they're new people, younger knowledge and stuff, but I feel like with what I've seen, like the glimpse of what I've seen so far, like I've not sat down to watch a full-blown movie from them recently, but I've seen that the colors, the everything doesn't seem to have improved so much. I mean, it's better than it looked, but it doesn't look so cinematic. It just looks like home video, if you get what I mean. It still looks like home video and doesn't look as cinematic as I think or as I thought it would look. I wouldn't want to use this video to judge, because while they were doing in the production of this video, it looks like they were all just trying to make it look like in the 80s thereabouts. So I wouldn't want to judge with the colors and lighting and all those things and camera angles, because maybe they're trying to just, but still it doesn't look as cinematic as I thought, and as I expected, or as I wish that it would look. And yeah, that was of great excitement to me. There was bad audio here and there, like that one actually distracted me. I tried to ignore like technicalities in the film, but the audio at some points, like at 3 different points, where there were glitches and it was maybe echoes, and it was not the voice of God echo. It was like echo from bad audio, not voice of God echo. There were echoes, like sound, there was like some sound things that wasn't soothing to my ears, because I'm like, this is distracting me. And me, I was watching it for pleasure, not even to make a video. I was watching it for pleasure, and I'm like, oh, no. Then at some points, even the editing, at some point you see, like as if no, they did like still frame shots. I'm mistakenly putting in the video. I mean, it's quite too late to pull it down, because the views I've got on this other one is like a whole lot. In the first day, I think it's like, you know, many people watch Mountzion films home and abroad. So, because they even acting abroad, I think Broken Picture, they even did it abroad. Can't remember. Bro, let's not lie. His drama series always has like heartfelt, touching, emotional. As when you're watching it, you'll be like, oh Jesus Christ, I surrender my life to you. I give my all to you. That kind of thing. Like, I really always love watching his movies, because he always kept me in check growing up as a kid. Like, even if I see to steal and do all those bad things, but whenever I watch it, I feel like, oh yeah, God loves me, because his films always had messages, like great messages of the kingdom and things to do and how to live your life as a good Christian and stuff like that. Even if he had a whole lot of scary things, like Captives of the Mighty was the one of Iguala where she had spirit husband. That is where my fear for spirit husband began in life, because that man everybody says scares them on the internet. Iguala during Hassan, oh Jesus, I am a tanga, bruh. Those movies actually scared my life. Even in Shaburu too scared my life. All the movies that you see like 3 of those old women, oh Jesus Christ, giving me chills right now thinking, so I'm closing my eyes like I don't see women in black and red. Oh Jesus, blood of Jesus, cover myself with the blood of Jesus. God's the blood of Jesus. Ooh. So yes, so there were like lots of cute moments that we saw with him and his first son. There was a scene of him and his first son, and it was quite cute when he was praying and his son was mimicking him. Like, that was like the cutest part of the whole film for me, because I'm like,
my God, oh
Lord. So I have faith like Bamiloye, that let's talk Nollywood is going places higher and higher. Amen, 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 in the name of Jesus. Yeah, I really liked watching this film. I mean, you should watch it. You should watch The Train by Mike Bamiloye if you actually really liked watching Mountzion films growing up. This one didn't have fears of scary people and stuff. It's just about the man's story, Mike Bamiloye's story, how he grew up, how the challenges he faced as a Christian. I mean, it's very encouraging, and it gives is faith preaching generally, and preaching on how to hear the voice. Is the message on it? The message is basically faith, waiting on the Lord, listening to God, trusting in God. I mean, those are the messages that this film actually carried, and trust me, great message. At some point it was boring. I was even telling my brother that I expected it to be better. I really expected it to be better, but I mean, it's his story, it's not my story, so there's nothing I can do about it. It's boring or not. But as time went on, it got interesting and stuff. How he met his babe. You know, that time in that year, when you hear from God, you're not gonna meet the woman that I heard from God. God say you're my wife. Then the woman say I want to pray about it. So this babe, Gloria Bamiloye said she wants to pray about it. Meanwhile, there's one man from abroad that was tickling her fantasy. Olumide, I think that's his name. This good thing, and go for a man that has just one suit. and doesn't even have a dad. He's teaching, has even left his job or something like that to face the ministry, drama ministry, in the days and time when drama ministry was not thriving. Oh, so she had a guy, went to hear from God, and she came back. Let me tell you how she said yes.
Anyway, somebody gave me a message to deliver to you.
Who? Gloria Copeland?
Bruh, Mike. Well, perhaps when you read the message, you will know who it's from.
Thank you. Thank you, Sister Gloria.
That time, I'm sure it was great. But anyway, they send letters, town criers in that time. Maybe I was just laughing like, what happened to her opening her mouth saying that, oh, yes, so I'll marry you. God has spoken to me. She had to write it. She's not smiling, cute and stuff. Oh God, watch this video. Jesus Christ, you guys need to see this. I wanted to act in my Bamiloye film. And I mean, it's still something I don't know if they will accept me. The link is in my description box. Do not forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed to my channel. Turn on the notification bell, and you guys tell me in the comment section, tell me your memories about Mike Bamiloye and his films, or Mountzion films. You need to watch The Train if you actually love Mike Bamiloye as a person. So go and watch The Train. See you guys in my next video. We're gonna be doing throwbacks because this film has given me so much energy for throwbacks, and I cannot wait to actually film that video because Ginger, you in my next video. Bye.